everybody, and welcome to Video Game XD Movie Reviews.
Yeah.
I'm Charles Reed.
Jennifer.
We just seen Jackass Forever last night.
Yep.
The new Jackass, the fourth movie. I love the name. Forever fits. Jackass 4. And wow, it was pretty damn funny.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
And this is going to be a mature episode, so there's going to be some cussing. We're going to explain what the movie is about. We're going to kind of go in detail what you're going to expect here. If you haven't seen Jackass, I mean, I know what Jackass is. You know what Jackass is.
Yeah.
Did you grow up watching the show?
Yeah, I've watched the first, I think, 2, and then the most recent one. I don't think I've seen 3.
Okay. So, I mean, did you see the TV show growing up on MTV, though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I watched MTV, like, religiously.
Back when they were good, now they're, I don't know.
Yeah.
Different demographic. But, I loved it. I'm going to say this right now. I loved it.
Yeah, it was really good. It definitely caught my attention the whole time. Like, I don't think I looked away once.
No, I don't think you can.
Except for the really bad parts. Like,
there is no way you can't remember this movie. It's gonna be stuck in your brain to the day you die.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Jackass 4. And it starts off. Let's talk about the characters. I mean, right off the bat, I mean, you got Johnny Knoxville's back, the star. Steve-O is back. As old as they are, they're back in their 50s. You got Chris Pontius, one of my favorites, Party Boy.
Wee Man.
Wee Man's in it. You gotta have Wee Man.
Yeah.
Some of the other guys I can never remember their names growing up. I can, like, if I watch them.
Poopy was one of them.
Yeah, there's a new guy called Poopy, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious.
There's another big fat guy. He's a bigger guy. I guess he's like a new Jackass member.
There's even a girl in this one.
Yeah, a girl, female, which is different. That's different.
Yeah, because I don't think they've ever introduced a female.
No,
to do stunts anyway.
So that was cool because now, like, women can relate. Like, okay, at least there's a woman now. It's not just balls and cock and...
Yeah, lots and lots of balls and cock.
And I don't know. But,
I feel like we almost were watching, like, a porno for a while. Like, what the
yeah.
Like, it was pretty extreme.
I had to see this day one because I've been a Jackass fan since the OG.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I'm just glad the original cast is back. It's not, like they did that movie Action Point. Remember we watched that?
Yeah.
Action Point I liked.
It is a good movie. I enjoyed it.
I did like Action Point, but it made horrible money. It didn't make any money. Maybe it's because it didn't have the original cast members. It only had like Johnny Knoxville and Chris Pontius, like Party Boy was in it, but it was missing Steve-O, it was missing Bam Margera, it was missing, like, where's everybody?
Right.
And I heard that movie did horrible. It did horrible. I even found it for $1 at Dollar Tree. Like, it's pretty sad.
Yeah.
So for a minute, I'm like, maybe Jackass is just dead. Nobody cares about it anymore. But no, that's not the case. From what I'm hearing, this is certified fresh. Certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. It's already making noise. They hyped it up a lot. Johnny Knoxville even did a stunt with WWE recently. Wee Man did a stunt with Brock Lesnar with WWE. They're trying to hype this up.
Yeah. So
from what I see, people miss Jackass. This movie was really like all over the place because it was recorded during COVID. So there was a lot of delays. It was supposed to come out last year, but it came out this year in February.
Right. A lot of stuff was getting delayed. All kinds of movies. And
I don't know. I'm just happy the original cast is back, minus Bam Margera. Now, here's the thing. At first, I'm like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I barely thought about Bam Margera. Like, I was having such a fun time watching the flick. I barely thought two thoughts about Bam Margera.
Right.
Did you?
No, I didn't even notice him not being in it.
I didn't even think about it until about halfway through the movie. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot Bam's not in this. And originally I'm like, I don't know, I was all Team Bam. I was Team Bam Margera at first. I felt bad for Bam. But then once I seen like how messed up he was in real life, like how much drama he's causing behind the scenes, he's drinking on the set, he's doing drugs, and they told them, No drugs this time. We're older. We're not doing that. This is going to be sober. And Bam was not listening. And I seen Bam freaking out on Instagram, crying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm over Bam. Never. Who cares about? I'm done. Like, I do love Bam Margera as a Jackass fan. It would have been great to see him in it. But you know what? It sunk in me. I'm like, okay, he's not in it. And I barely thought about Bam. As sad as that is, I'm like, this is great without Bam Margera. I was having a fun time without Bam.
Yeah.
The new cast members fit in perfectly.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think they'd be any good. I'm like,
They did a really, really well job with the cast and how many people they brought back. Like, it was just really, I don't know, it's awesome to be able to watch it.
I just didn't think they would be any good. I'm like, oh, these guys are gonna suck. There's no way you can be Bam Margera. But no, like they were entertaining. They were good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm like, okay, so point off for Bam, but I'll get to that at the end of the video. Because I would have loved to see Bam in it regardless, but whatever. It is what it is. Stuff happens. This movie wasn't even supposed to happen. Like, the last Jackass was Jackass 3D. That was like, what, a decade ago?
Yeah.
And forever, everybody wanted a Jackass 4, and Knoxville kept knocking it down. It's not happening. It's not happening. And out of nowhere, he decides to do it. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if there was a spark. Like, we miss Jackass. We're 50 years old. We have to, have snakes chop off our balls and lick each other's buttholes. Whatever they're doing in the movie. Crazy stuff. So, the cast, to me, awesome. To me, it's great.
Yeah.
So, no problem there. You have no problem with
I have no complaints.
So, that is awesome. Okay, so the OG cast is back. Minus Bam. And Ryan Dunn, rest in peace. That's not fair because he passed away. Right. I understand. Obviously, you can't dig him up from the grave. It is what it is. So, okay, now let's talk about the stunts. Stunts, okay, 10 out of 10 for me. The stunts were freaking insane.
With the stunts, yeah, I'd say a 10 out of 10.
Like,
they were pretty insane. A lot of them, I was just like, what the frick are they doing?
Spoiler alert, this is spoilers, so spoiler. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, don't watch our reviews.
Yeah.
So I mean, you see rattlesnakes, you see scorpions, you see bulls, you see
spiders, like the big ones.
Semen, yes. What else do we see? We see merry-go-rounds, we see bombs, lots of bombs and explosions. Like, I didn't expect that. But, lots of anxiety moments.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of that.
Hair, poop, balls,
penises,
and I'm talking full blown out
wedgies.
And by the way, this is an uncensored episode because this is Jackass we're talking, so we gotta.
Yeah.
You basically see Steve-O's junk. You do.
Oh yeah.
And it's not just for a second. It's not like it's taped up or blurred. No, you see the full thing at you.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and she can't remember Jackass. She's like, I don't know. I watched a little bit, like 10, 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you realize they show balls and you're like, what? They do that? Like,
I remember watching quite a bit of Jackass, but I don't really remember a whole lot of them showing their junk and doing things to their junk. Like,
yeah. Even on MTV.
There was a lot of it, too. Like, almost every other scene, there was somebody's balls hanging through a hole or, like, these crazy things they were doing to them.
Well, even on MTV, they did some of that, but they blurred. MTV was like a PG-13 version of it, the show, because they would blurry it out, they would bleep out the cuss words, but the movie, they wanted to go all out with the movie. I mean, they wanted to top the TV show, so it started off with Jackass 1, the movie, and it was pretty damn crazy. But then Jackass 2 came out, and it was even more crazy. That's probably the craziest one they did, Jackass 2, in my opinion. The paper cut to the eye, the pubes on the face, like, it was nuts. 2 was nuts. 3 was like, it was still good, but I felt like 3 was probably the weakest, but I still like 3. 3's still cool to me. I do like 3. But out of all 3 of them, I thought 3 was probably maybe the weakest. And now we get Jackass 4 out of the movie series, of course. I think this one tops 3.
Oh yeah.
I think this tops 3. Yeah, it's not in 3D, but I felt like the third one was all about 3D, and they I don't know, it was good, but it's like they focused too much on the 3D stuff. Whereas this one, it's more of like a family reunion. We're all back. We all miss it. We all miss, even at 50, old men, they miss it.
Yeah.
I mean, originally I'm like, okay, these stunts aren't going to be that great. They're old now. Are they going to live up to the hype? Is it going to be as funny? Is Jackass just, like I said, like, is this just not popular anymore? No. I'm telling you, sober, I think Johnny and Steve-O they might even be more nuts. Sober.
Yeah. They were all pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought they were on drugs the whole movie. I'm like,
Yeah.
are they really sober doing this? Like,
Yeah.
you think at 50 they'd be more mature, like settling down.
Yeah.
No. They still got it. The stunts are wild, wild, especially the ending one with the bombs, like
Yeah, that was pretty insane.
the bear scene.
That freaked me out. Like that bear one, like I was like freaking out. I'm thinking, oh my god, what if I was sitting there? Like I would freaking freak out. Like
This
that
bear,
was scary.
they literally put food by his junk, his balls, and
They
like,
put salmon, which is like the favorite food of a bear, and they poured honey all over him. And they tied him up, and then had this bear come in and like eat the salmon and like lick him with the honey and stuff.
yeah.
Like that would freak.
The guy in the
me
chair is
out.
like, dude, what the fuck? You trying to bite me?
He's like, he's trying to bite my hand. He's trying to bite my hand.
They even did stuff with snakes in a dark room, throwing snakes. Like, oh my jeez.
Yeah. Like,
Ooh, this is definitely Jackass.
yeah, it was scary.
But not only that, I mean, they do the classic stuff like going off surfboards. They do all the goofy stuff
Sliding
too.
down slides.
Personally, that's more my type of Jackass I like. The ball stuff, I don't know. Some of it I'm just like, I don't want to see that. I'm more into like the surfboard, electric taser, like,
Yeah, but you're a guy.
Right. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to always see Steve-O pooping in somebody's, like, whatever, like, the extreme stuff.
Yeah,
like,
that
some of
was-
it I don't
They're
need
even
it.
trying to light farts on fire. That was kind of crazy.
Some of it, I'm like, I've already seen this, blah, blah, blah. But then other stuff, I'm like, okay, this is new. This is different,
Right.
Certain things are different, and some of it you might not expect. Like, wow, they're actually doing this at, like I said, 50. But stunts, to me, great. You?
Yeah. That was awesome.
I mean, what is there else to say about Jackass? I mean, there's not really much of a story here.
No.
I mean, you have not...
I mean, it kind of started out as a story when it very first starts, but it's more like an intro. It's not really a story.
Oh, the intro was the turtle. Like, it was basically like God's...
It looked like a lizard, but it was actually one of their penises.
Yeah, it was like Godzilla, and
they staged it, to make it look like it was kind of crazy.
They basically painted his thing like Godzilla, and then there's like a turtle.
Yeah, it would look almost like a lizard or something. Like, it was kind of weird. It was crazy.
Like, for somebody who doesn't know what Jackass is, can you imagine somebody walking in the theater? What's this, Jackass? That kind of
Jackass.
like, I didn't grow up with this one. It sounds funny. Why not check it out?
Yeah, you imagine going in there like, what the...
Yeah, in the first scene, there's a penis as a Godzilla. Like, they're gonna be like, you're gonna either be disgusted, like this is the grossest thing ever, and walk out of the movie theater. 2, you're gonna think it's the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life. Or 3, you're gonna throw up.
Yeah.
Or all 3.
No, he almost threw up.
Yeah, the people in the movie theater, I was cracking up because during some of the scenes, I'm looking at her and she's like, yeah, her face was cracking me up. There was only 2 people in the theater.
Yeah, there was only a couple people, and they were way high up, and it was just me and him.
I don't know if it's because nobody goes to the theater anymore, if nobody cares about Jackass. I don't know.
Well, it was kind of during the day, too. It wasn't really at nighttime.
To me, it was disappointing because something like Jackass would be even funnier seeing it with a whole crowd. Can you imagine the entire theater cracking up, barfing in the theater? That would have been a funner experience, because I think I did see Jackass 3 in the theater, and it was kind of like that. I'm like, oh, there's nobody in the theater, but these people were above us, and I was just cracking up down here. Like, they're like, dude, you okay? I was drinking water. I almost threw up, I think.
Yeah.
Like, some of this,
Some of the stuff was pretty bad, and I was like, what are they doing? Why are they doing that?
I'm just happy to see Jackass back, because it's been 10 years. I grew up with the show. As gross as it is, I don't agree with everything they do, but it's a show. It's kind of like pro wrestling, backyard wrestling. It's all in the same category to me. Beavis and Butthead, Viva La Bam. I grew up with Viva La Bam, Wild Boys. I can't hate Jackass. It's a part of my era as a teenager child. I think I watched it when I was 11. Like, I was watching Jackass at like 10, 11. Because it came out in what, 2000?
I think so.
I was 10 in 2000, so I remember watching it all the time. So I grew up with the crazy stuff.
What?
But that's pretty much it. I mean, I loved it. You loved it. The characters are there. The stunts are there. Jackass is back. Minus Bam Margera, minus Ryan Dunn, obviously. But so the rating for Jackass 4 or Jackass Forever. It's Jackass 4, but I'm gonna give this, and I already told you my rating. IGN even gave this the same rating. I didn't even know until I searched it up. I'm like, wow, they gave the same rating I gave it, which is rare because IGN usually lowballs stuff. I'm giving this 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
9
Easy.
out of 10?
9.
I'm going to say an 8.5.
8.5.
8.5.
Why an 8.5?
I don't. It's just kind of how I feel.
What would
You want me to be more specific?
what would be the point off, or the point and a half off?
The half a point. I don't know. Some of the really gross things that they were doing kind of was like, I don't know. It was hard to watch.
Too extreme.
It was a little extreme for me.
Okay.
But
Well,
I mean, it was still good. I still enjoyed it, but they were hard to watch. Like,
the thing is, they're trying to top every movie. What can we do in this that we didn't do in the last? We have to top this. Like, that's what Jackass. It's all about the energy, the excitement, the comedy, the extreme. Like, even if it's gross and disgusting, they'll do it. That's what makes Jackass Jackass, because it's nothing like anything else. Like, they're nuts. You know?
they are definitely crazy.
Some people think it's disgusting. Other people, either you love it or you hate it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like ICP or backyard wrestling. Either you love it or you hate it. It's very rare someone's in the middle, like, it's okay. It's usually no, I don't like it, or, oh, I love Jackass. So, 8.5 for you?
Yeah.
9 for me. My point off, no Bam Margera. And obviously, no Ryan Dunn, but that's not fair. He passed away in real life. That's not fair. Obviously, you can't bring him back. But Bam Margera, you could have brought him back, but there's drama. And then, I don't know, point off. Even though I didn't mind Bam not being in it, it's still a point off because he's a part of the original crew. So, shame on them for not having him in it. Even if he was wasted, who cares? It's the last movie anyways. To me, you should have still had some scenes with him in it. Not cut him out completely.
Right.
So it's kind of disappointing to see what happened to Bam, and he's got beat. Like, it's, I don't know. But 9 for me, 8.5 for you.
Yep.
I don't think we're missing anything, are we? I mean, that's pretty much Jackass.
Yeah.
If we are missing out anything, let us know in the comments. I mean, it's Jackass. Come on.
Yeah.
So this was Video Game XD movie reviews. Jackass Forever. We will see you guys on the next movie review. I think the next one we're going to do, probably Resident Evil, the newest movie.
Yeah, we've been wanting to see that one.
Yes.
Just haven't gotten around to it.
Well, now I think it's on stream, so we'll probably either buy it on Blu-ray or stream it.
Yep.
Probably Blu-ray, knowing me.
Most likely.
All right. Video Game XD movie reviews. See ya.
Peace.
Over.